Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Guys, I finally figured out a way to have my phone distance enough to be able to give you a much broader overview or overhead view of my table, so you get to see a little bit more. But as it turns out, my 12 by 12 decorative papers for my backgrounds are too small. So I had to put the two that came together with the same design together to be able to cover that background. So I can't win. But I'm glad that I was able to figure out a higher distance. As you can tell, I no longer have my previous set. I still have the clear and some of the acrylic on, so excuse the mess. I am going to be filming, all I did was debulk, like remove the set, but I haven't taken off the clear or the clear that I've also put on during the refill. I have to take all of that out. Still have some color on, but I'm planning to take all this out because I will be filming my Mother's Day nails set, you guys. So that's coming up. You'll probably see it after Mother's Day, but nonetheless you get to see my nails or what I had for Mother's Day. But as you can tell by the title, today's video is me unboxing and getting kind of a first impression on Valentino. They seem to be such a popular brand, and I wanted to give them a try. And I've always wanted to give them a try. I just never knew if I wanted to invest more than what I already do in acrylic. I mean, I think the most expensive I've ever spent, and it probably isn't expensive at all, is Not Polish, paying $19.99 for 2 ounce, which is a great brand, great quality acrylic, so I'm willing to pay that much. So I've been eyeing them out for a while, and I am in their subscription. So I often get emails and announcement of new things that are coming out and things like that. So even though I've never purchased, I do know the things that are coming out. And so they had a sale. Their top 5 most popular nudes were on sale for 33% off, I believe it was. If they have a slip in the box, I will take it out and double check. But I'll tell you, I don't know the actual size because they say it's in milligrams. They don't tell you in ounces, so I don't know if I'm getting 2 ounces or smaller. But it's supposed to be their top 5 most popular nudes. That was at 33% off, and I think I ended up spending like $73, $74 with shipping and all that stuff. So I received my package, and I'm tilting it because my address is on the other side. And I've had it since before my mini getaway. So it's been sitting in my room for, I think I want to say a week. And I'm unboxing it today, getting a first impression, looking at it, and gonna do swatches for you guys. So like I said, I think they're supposed to be beginner friendly. I don't know. I think I've heard one YouTuber say that when she first tried the Valentino nude. I forget what nude that she tried, but she said it was so easy and smooth. And I also saw Momo's Creations, her first impression, and her swatches, and how she described those swatches to be and how the acrylic laid. But she was using the Valentino nail liquid. I did not purchase that. The sale was just for their top 5 covering colors, and that's the only thing I purchased. If I am impressed with these particular powders, I'll look into getting their monomer, their clear, and their prep stuff. So I'm going to open this up and get a first impression with you guys. Oops. not that bad in size. So let's see. 42.5 grams, which is 1.5 ounce, so almost 2 ounces. That's not bad for, I guess, the total that I paid. And I believe they said the 5. Yeah, it has to be 5, and that's just got to be 2. So let me just get them out. And they did include the itemized bill, right? No, they did not include the itemized, just that it's their top 5 covers, acrylic systems, for 33% off, like I said. So, and I ended up paying, does it give me the total that I paid? No, but I know it came out to about $75 in total for these patterns. So let's go ahead and open these. I'm just gonna lay them out. Oh, I think there was a leak. Okay, I think it's this one. Oh my gosh. I should have worn gloves. But let me just make sure that this isn't too much of a leak. It's shocking that this didn't come with a cover film. Oh my gosh, I can't even get it closed because of the amount of acrylic on the outside of the bottle. Anyway. Come on. So these are what they say is their top 5, what do they call it? Sorry. Top 5 cover colors. So I wanted to give them a try. I mean, like I said, at some point I thought they were overrated. Some people don't like them. Some people love them, and they seem to be more popular than unpopular. So I want to try these for myself. I said 33% off for their top 5 cover nudes is not a bad bargain, and it's almost 2 ounces, like I said, each bottle. Like here I have, for example, the purple white from Not Polished, which is 43 grams, and these are supposed to be about 2 ounces, and they look the same. So yeah, they look about the same, because this is 42.5 and this is 43. So so when you think about it, 6 of them, and I paid about $75. Trying to do the math in my head. Maybe I should get a calculator. Give me a second. Okay guys, so I had to look at the email. So I paid about, well, not about, I paid $73.39 after shipping and taxes, unfortunately. The total before taxes and shipping was $58.59 with the 33% off. So that price in itself is not that bad. But once you add the taxes and the shipping, unfortunately, the cost went right back up. So it is what it is. But yeah, let me get the calculator, and I just want to see in total, because I'm sorry, I am going to add the taxes and the shipping to say how much they each came out to, because honestly, that's what I paid. So 73.39 divided by 5, we have about $14.68 each. So not bad for the size. Excuse me, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to prep my table, and I will say I can definitely tell these are different, right, from these, but I can't tell a difference with these. So this is classic nude, perfect nude, glamorous nude. Obviously they're all nudes, but I can't tell the difference, guys. I mean, they look the same to me, unless there's a hint of a different color. Maybe one's more pink, more brown. I don't know, or more peachy. I'd have to swatch them, but that's why we're gonna swatch them. And like I said, this is obvious. This is like I want to say, if I'm wrong, the swatch will tell me, but maybe like a milky white, and this obviously is a pink. So, all right, let me get my table ready to do the swatches, and then we'll get the first impression that way. But right now, as of right now, I think if it wasn't for the 33% sale, these would have come out more expensive. Thankfully, there was a sale, so with that sale, it was worth it. The pricing, I mean. But if I had to pay more for a 1.5 ounce versus a 2 ounce, because obviously you get more product here, supposedly, I would not have been happy about it. But I mean, there was a sale and it's smaller, so I got some sort of bargain for it. So let me get the table ready and we'll do swatches. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So I've prepared my dab and dish, my brush, my swatch sticks, and I opened the first one, which I'm going to swatch. And I'm sure that you've already noticed that I had already opened one to see why there was a leakage, and it didn't have the filter normally comes with, or the little lid that they put inside the jar, and this one does. And so I'm just curious as to why the other one doesn't have it. Like, I'm just not understanding why that one came in that condition, but what can you do? Excuse me, trying to throw away that part. And this one, guys, is the Valentino Prettiest Pink. And let me just make sure that it is before I start swatching in the wrong swatch stick. These jars, I've noticed, are a little hard to close. Yeah, Prettiest Pink. So here we go. I just this is obviously my first time trying out this acrylic powder, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I almost don't want to set myself up for any type of disappointment because of the overhype and whatever. I do honestly want to get my own opinion on this. And don't mind my nails. Like I said, I removed my set so that I can do my Mother's Day nail set. So, and I'm using my, and I forgot to say this, my number 10 Kalinsky nail brush by Silver Handle. That's a German nail brush. And so I'm gonna see if I can pick up a medium bead. That's a dry bead. I'm not sure why I went from the middle of my brush. Let's just see what happens. Curious, because I went from the middle of my brush. Yeah, definitely dry. Okay, so I went from the middle of my brush to the tip of my brush to get a medium bead, and I guess maybe I should only tap once. Maybe the stuff I've learned is wrong. So let's see. Tap once. And it still seems dry. Is it me? It could be. It's very fast drying. Reminds me of the STG acrylic powder. So let me go with more monomer. Maybe you have to work with wetter beads with this acrylic. Yeah, it looks like you have to work with wetter beads. So excuse me while I try and learn this acrylic powder. It seems to be a very, very fast drying formula. So it's like you almost have to work fast, at least this cover color, which is something I'm not used to working with such a dry formula. Excuse me, I just want to make my swatch even. So, I mean, it is a pretty color. There's no denying that. I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe the batch that I got. That is not really leaving much of an impression for me. Okay, so this one, and I'm trying my best to make it an even, smooth application because, like I said, and you've witnessed, it's very fast drying. I don't know if I have to mix the acrylic powder, but I mean, that is Prettiest Pink by Valentino. It's very pretty. There's no denying that. It's just, it's very fast drying. And just so that I can reiterate, I did not purchase their monomer, so I am using a different monomer. I'm using the Mia Secret monomer, which I've used with any powder, and it's worked just fine. But Valentino is, at least in the community, I don't know if anyone else agrees, but a luxurious brand. So maybe you require to work with their monomer and their powder. So let me just put that aside and let that dry. I'm gonna go on to the next one. I'm hoping I have better luck with the other cover powder. It's so hard to close. Let's see this one. Maybe, should I shake it? I don't know. Yeah, very, very tough. Again, came with the seal. The other one did not. Still wondering why that other one didn't. All right. And this one is Soft Touch. All right, I'm gonna try that medium bead once again. So I'm going with, in the middle of my ferrule, I'm just gonna drag once. Okay, that's a little better. Still fast drying though. I'm not saying it's not smooth, because it is smooth, just very fast drying. I'm gonna have to purchase their monomer to be able to give it a fair shot, because I'm sure, and I've said this in my past videos, there's a reason why most of these companies do their own monomers along with acrylic powders, because they're made to work together. There's a reason why Not Polished does their own, why Valentino does their own, why Mia's Secret does their own. It's smooth though. Aside from the fast drying, very smooth, and I don't know if you can tell on camera or not, but as I'm applying it, it kind of almost self levels, and I don't know if anyone else agrees. It's smooth, and aside from that right there, it's smooth. There's no lumps, no lumps. It's kind of nice, and I really like this color, and it almost reminds me of the Milky White. Just more white, more deep. This swatch went a little bit smoother than the other one. It's still fast drying, so you gotta definitely go in with a wetter brush, wetter bead, but it's nice. Let me go on to the next one. Okay. This one is Glamorous Nude. Once again, this is the first time I'm trying these acrylic powders. Oh boy, should have worn a glove. Glamorous Nude, which reminds me of it's kind of peachy looking for me. I don't know if you can tell off camera. I might be pulling off more pink than peach, but it looks peachy to me. So I'm going to try the medium bead again. Or should I just go with the larger? Let's try a large bead. That's not large, girl. That's not large. That is not large, but I definitely tried not to drag too much of the monomer off my brush this time, and it is quite smooth. There we go. That time it was a little bit easier, and I'm using more patting motion than dragging motion, just to kind of keep it centered, because now I can definitely work with it. But as you can still tell, it's still fast drying. I had more time to work with it this time, but I am going in with a lot, my own versions of the sides of the beads, so forgive me. I'm just trying to figure out the formula. I'm trying not to go in too hard, because I don't want to drag off the product. I just want to go in with smaller beads this time, just to kind of even the swatch. So pardon me, guys, while I try to do that. It is even though it's fast drying, it is smooth. I'm not gonna lie. Once I think that you get the you understand the formula, it becomes easier for you to know how much of the product to pick up with that much monomer, if that makes any sense. I'm just patting it down to make sure it's nice and even. Yep. I mean, it is smooth, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I like the color. It reminds me just a little of the Mia Secret Nude blush. No, actually no, it doesn't. No. I mean, I think that's the best that I'm going to be able to do. And I know it because the more I play with it, I know I'll get to know the formula better. I don't hate it. That's for sure. I don't hate it. And this one is Classic Nude. Excuse me, guys, just trying to throw away this seal. Okay, so Classic Nude. Yes, that's nice right there. Okay, so I'm almost getting the hang of it. Yeah, that's nice. That is definitely nice. Okay. Stood put in its place. It didn't run. I quite enjoy that. Even though I'm going with wetter beads, at least my version of a wetter bead, it doesn't like run. Like I put it there, see? And it's not moving unless I move it. I like that. I'm getting impressed, guys. And I like this color. It's like translucent, but you can still see the color. I like that color. It's a little bit lighter than the Glamorous Nude. Just a little more translucent than that one. Starting to like this formula. Please don't fall in love with this formula. Please don't. Nice. All right, let's do the last one. I believe this is the one that came out with without the seal, which is the Perfect Nude. All right. See, it moves, but it doesn't like run off the nail. Which I enjoy. Where I've chased other acrylic formulas to get back on the nail. So, oops. I tried to keep my swatch nice and neat, but I don't know. Definitely need to go with a thicker bead. I have to learn how to pick this formula up, but I'm not hating it. I'm definitely not hating it. What scares me is if I really end up liking this formula, I might want more. Don't watch this video, honey. Oh, took too much off the sides there. Oh, sorry guys, I'm chewing gum. Easy to blend. Easy to blend. Okay guys, so I'm gonna let these dry. And then I will be back to give you my final thoughts on this. So give me one sec while I clean everything up. Alright guys, so here are the top five popular nudes with Valentino all swatched. What I did was I put the McCart Wipe Top Coat on all the swatches for longevity, and I'm sure I probably could have done a lot better than what I did with the swatches. And I think it's because I wasn't familiar with the formula that it was difficult to start, but as I got to the third swatch, it just got much easier. And I don't hate it, that's for sure. I don't love it just yet because unfortunately this is my first time using the product. And it's my first impression, and I think that once I play with these nudes or this acrylic more, that I might end up liking it, and that's what I'm scared of. Because they're not cheap. I mean, I got a good deal this time, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to get a good deal every single time. So I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it yet, but I don't hate it. I think Valentino's a pretty good formula. I think once you get the hang of it, like I said, on the third swatch, it started getting easier. So it's buttery. It's buttery once you know the liquid to powder ratio, and in my opinion, doesn't make it true, but in my opinion, it dries quickly. So I think, in my opinion, you have to work with a wetter bead in order for you to be able to move the product around. But again, that's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to one. But I don't hate it. I'm just afraid that I'm going to end up falling in love with the formula. Because once I started getting the hang of it with these here, I was starting to like it. But, you know, it's a good formula. It's a good brand. I'm going to play with it a little bit more, and I'll get back to you guys on it. But I think I got a good deal with the sale at 33% off, aside from the shipping and taxes. But let me put this stuff away, and I'll be back to thank you guys properly. So guys, I just wanted to say thank you for joining me today in kind of sharing this first impression of the Valentino, what they say is their top 5 cover colors, which are very pretty. I would definitely use them on myself, although I really believe that these two here are very similar, and this is Perfect Nude and Glamorous Nude, and this one is just a little translucent, unless I just didn't pick up enough powder to make it a thicker coating. But they're too similar, but you can still tell a difference. I definitely like this one and this one, aside that they're different, but I think I'm gonna use this on myself. Anyhow, thank you guys for joining me in today. I can ramble on if you let me, but thank you for joining me. Thank you for always tuning in to just kind of see this mess that's going on over here, and for experiencing my journey with me. I truly do appreciate your participation and your attendance when you do come through and give me some of your precious time. So once again, I hope you guys are safe and blessed, and I'll see you guys on my next video with hopefully my Mother's Day's nail done. And like I said, you'll probably see this after Mother's Day, but you get to see what I wore for Mother's Day. Anyway, see you next time, guys. Bye.
I know about love. You never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah, one thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure.